Generating a lead online is so fucking easy. It's the work that you then have to do on the back end to get that lead to convert. That's the real challenge that most people struggle with. Now, we live in a world where competition is everywhere you look. And if you don't have even the basic version of this system I'm about to show you today set up, then you're wasting huge amounts of money, missing new client opportunities every day, and you're destined to absolutely be crushed by your competition over the next few years. Now, we do this shit all day long. It's what we're pros at. And today I'm gonna peel back the curtain and show you the entire formula for turning cold leads into paying clients with our email, SMS, and AI workflows that trigger with every single lead that we generate. So sit tight, get a coffee, take notes. And if at any point you decide that this is too much for you to do yourself, you can book in a call with us down below and we'll do it all for you. Now, before I jump in, I just want you to understand how important this is. I speak with so many agency owners, coaches, service businesses that are purely focused on generating more leads. And it's so frustrating to see. It's like putting the ingredients to bake a cake together and then trying to bake it in the freezer. It's just not the way that it works. Most of these people have a list a mile long of leads that they've actually paid for, and these leads have never turned into anything. And they're sat there wondering why their cost to acquire a client is so high. There's no structure in place, and the simple yet effective systems like the one I'm about to show you are so overlooked every single time. Now, if you do implement this system for yourself, it's going to help you in multiple ways. Number one, you'll ensure that every dollar you spend on marketing is maximized because every lead goes through an actual structured system rather than being reliant on manual effort and time. Number two, you'll see a huge increase in people actually showing up for your appointments that they book in with you. We're seeing a show rate of anywhere between 80 to 90% just by using this. Number three, you'll land more clients. So not only are you going to get more people to actually show up, you'll also be educating them and nurturing them throughout that sales process so they actually trust and buy from you much faster. And then four, finally, you will then have a repeatable and scalable AI system that can handle huge volume, allowing you to step out of lead management to then focus on actually helping your clients or spending time building your business. I also want to say, if you've tried paid ads before and they haven't worked, it's either you don't charge enough for your services right now or you're actually missing this system. So with that said, let's get into it. Okay, so this is our sales pipeline, right? And I'm going to run you through step by step what we do inside of Unorthodox when we collect a lead. And I'm going to then walk you through all these different workflows and what gets sent to them at what time. So let's start with this pipeline itself. We have a few different stages within this pipeline. We have new leads, we have qualified, we have disqualified, we have booked in for a call, we have no-show, short-term chase, summary of understanding chase. This one's kind of pending. We have long-term nurture, we have closed, and we have lost. Now, it's worth noting this is a live document that we're actually using within the team that gets updated on a regular basis. What we like to do is we like to host everything inside of Figma. So we then have a zoom out opportunity in our business so we can actually go in and make changes, and then the team just goes and translates that into Go High Level or in the automations that we have. Now, across all these different sales pipeline opportunity tabs, we have different workflows going on. Now, you would see in the description of this video, we have a 5-day mini course that you can go and sign up for with 5 different emails, basically walking you through step by step how we build a service business and how we help our clients. So you can go and check that out now. But this is kind of where everything starts, right? This is the first lead magnet in our sales pipeline. And this is essentially a great way for us to go and get new leads that we can then bring into this ecosystem and then send through this process, okay? Now, everything we've set up here is inside of Go High Level. Everything is sent out in Go High Level. I do have ConvertKit for sending out emails, but SMS, WhatsApp, and just general email automation is done inside of Go High Level too. So if you're not using it, make sure you are. But let's start with new leads. So when we collect a new lead, here are some different workflows that happen. Now, number one, now this one's not active, that's a Facebook one, but number one, there is an email sequence, right? So every single new lead gets a series of emails and an opportunity is updated inside of the sales pipeline. So a new lead comes in and they then get an intro email that basically drives them back to the landing page in the VSL that would then hopefully get them to then book in for a call. Now, throughout this, there are different tags being added. So there is a tag if they are in this tab, and there's also a tag if they've booked in for a call, right? So this is kind of dynamic. People aren't going to receive these emails if they've already booked in for a call. So right now we have to assume that this person in this new lead tab has done nothing other than submit their information through a squeeze or an opt-in page. So we then wait an hour after sending that email, and then we can then see, because they don't have that tag, that there's been no booking made. So this is then another reminder on email of the importance of actually booking in for a call and understanding how our system works, as well as walking them through some of the results that we've driven for clients. We then wait 23 hours. Do they have a tag? No. Okay, let's send them more results, more step-by-step process of what we do, showing them again how it works. We wait another day, how we're using the system ourselves inside of Unorthodox and the results that we're seeing from it. Now, these are all being sent on email. So there's an email going out every single day to this person once they've submitted their lead information. We then wait 24 hours. What are the common problems we used to face and our clients are facing right now? Again, we want to kind of make them understand that, you know, they may not be aware of some of these problems that they're facing in their business. They may not truly understand what needs to be fixed and what it's costing them. So these emails are just set up in a way for us to keep reminding them, keep showing them more proof, keep showing them results that we've got, keep talking about the outcomes that they can expect to achieve by working with us. And we do this for a 7-day period. So you see this next one is more client results. Tell them that they need to make a decision. This inaction is costing them massively. What is it costing them exactly? And this only really works when you have one ideal client that you're working with and you have one type of business that you're working with, because then you can dial this messaging in. And this goes back to my point of, if you're chasing lots of different niches and lots of different people and you have all these different offers, you essentially have to have multiple of these like workflows on the back end, and it just becomes way too much to manage. So we are on day 7 at this point, and this is kind of the last chance to try to get them to book in for a call. Final results, more case studies. It's your choice now to decide on whether or not you actually want to go in and book a call with us. Now, throughout this process, we're not trying to get them to pay us any money. We're just trying to send people back to the main landing page where they can go and watch the VSL and book in a free appointment. That is it. So a lot of people will try and talk about like the services, step by step, how it all works, step by step, what does it cost, the next steps. We don't want that. This person isn't sold on our services yet, and the only way we can do that is finding out whether or not we can actually help them once they get on a sales call. So this is what this 7-day process is used for. Now, at the end of these 7 days, they then get added to our general ConvertKit automation, which is essentially emails that I send out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes in the weekdays here as well, but these are value-packed emails with a call to action every now and then, again, trying to bring them back to the VSL page to book in. That is it. That simple. Value, 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 CTA if you've got enough value, into the VSL, into book a call. Now, this alone, just sending 3 emails per week, easily has made me so much money. I spoke to a guy probably 9 months ago now, and we had our call. He didn't sign up. Then he's gone through these free emails every single week. And just last week, he's agreed to pay us 15K. So this is proof that this works. And it's taken 9 months to him to get to that point. But if I didn't have those emails in place, I would have lost this lead and I basically would have had to just go hunting for a brand new one. So let's go to the next step. So these emails are crucial. This is going to educate, warm up your leads and get them to the next step. Now, the next step alongside these emails is we actually use AI. So you can see here, we activate a bot that kicks in. Now, the opening message our bot sends is either giving away some form of lead magnet or a hooky opening line. In most cases, our bot says on WhatsApp or SMS, it says, hey, are you still interested in getting more clients? And what this does is it sparks a conversation. It gets people to actually respond and come back to us. Now, this bot receives the message, it then responds, and it does this in this loop until eventually we've identified whether or not they are qualified. Now, if they don't respond, we wait 4 minutes and we send them another prompt message using WhatsApp or SMS with this AI that again says something along the lines of, oh, are you busy right now? Or maybe you should save my number, by the way, this is Liam, or this is our AI bot. You can test out how we build these for our clients. There's so many different variables here and it's all going to depend on your business. But the goal of this bot is to identify whether or not someone is qualified. Now, when they are qualified, we can update the contact within our CRM. So the sales guy can see all of these details and all of this conversation that are actually going on with every single lead. So one, it gives us a huge amount of detail for these calls, but also it allows us to send them into the next step, which is sending them an actual booking link directly inside of WhatsApp and from SMS. So we now know that they're qualified, they get moved to the opportunity tab of qualified, and hopefully they've booked in for a call. Now, if they haven't, we know that they're qualified, we can spend a little bit more attention, maybe we can dial these guys, we can send out more AI outreach, we can add them to more emails, but 9 times out of 10, they're booking in for a call once they've had a conversation and they've actually been deemed qualified, right? Now, if it does assume that they aren't qualified, that's fine. They get added to the disqualification tab where essentially everything is stopped, right? We can send them to a downsell, we can send them back to the YouTube channel just to get more content and get more value. And then eventually, hopefully they watch that content and then they turn into qualified later on down the line once they actually start making money. But there's always a loop system going on here throughout these different workflows. Now, this is where it gets exciting. So let's say they've now booked in for a call. They've got that book a call tag. This is where things get juicy. So we now have a booked call email sequence. So we removed that email sequence workflow where that 7-day initial workflow where we're trying to get them to book in for a call. Obviously, they've now booked in, so we don't want to be sending them that. We want to send them back to the thank you page, because on that thank you page is a YouTube video explaining how it works. We want to like pre-sell these people, right? Before they jump in this call, we want them to clearly understand what it is we do, what they can expect, and the outcomes that we're going to be focused on getting them. Now, this step may be a little bit overkill, and some of you won't have a YouTube channel to do this. But what we also do is, let's say they've booked in for 7 days down the line, which I think is actually a little bit too far, and we don't usually do that. It's usually around 3 days. Is we want to send emails every day prior to them jumping on that call. So we wait 24 hours. I've got a big 2-hour-long workshop that's unlisted on YouTube. So some of you guys wouldn't have even seen that. And I send them that workshop in email so they can go and consume my content. Again, 24 hours, we've got another video talking about our AI funnel, another video talking about how we use paid ads, another video talking about the AI agents we use, breakdowns, deliverables, and steps on an email, and then send them the general YouTube channel. Now, this is quite a lot of content that they get sent, and a lot of the time they hit like this one here, and then that's it, they have their call. So this allows us to hit that 7-11-4 rule, which is 7 hours of content, 11 different touch points, and then on across 4 different platforms basically. And this is what is needed to build trust and obviously social proof that we actually know what we're talking about, right? And if you can do this against your competition, you're going to be in a way better spot. And this is why people with YouTube channels do end up signing more clients than people without. It's a no-brainer. But you don't need a YouTube channel. You can have Instagram. You can be creating content there. You can be creating content on LinkedIn. It all depends on whether your ideal client is on these platforms, right? So this is what our goal is here. It's not for them to just go and watch these videos and then like learn exactly how to do it themselves. It's for them to actually start to trust us and start to realize that we are a little bit different and we do know what we're talking about, okay? So alongside these emails, we're also sending out confirmation triggers, so timers on both email and SMS. So is this the first time they've actually booked in with us? If yes, they then get sent a message saying, hey, go and watch this thank you video. Make sure you watch it before our call. We then have a simple email confirmation with timers and reschedule links, 24-hour prior to your meeting, both email and SMS, an hour before your meeting, and a bunch of notifications then that go to us after this call. And then if they have booked in for a call with us before, so if they're booking for a second time or they're booking a second call with the sales team, then we don't make it personalized and say, hey, go and watch this thank you video again. It's just reminding them of their time, notification of a new booking, saying, hey, great to see that you're booking in again. You know, this is personalized to that second booking. So the language is a little bit different. You know, this is, we're really excited to meet you. This is looking forward to chatting again, you know? So very simple there, but it does make a massive difference when it is personalized like that. Now, if we book this call, someone doesn't show up, we have an opportunities tab where we essentially mark them as no-showed on the calendar. They get sent an SMS and an email notification basically saying, hey, look, you missed your call, reschedule your call here. Again, our only goal here is to get them back on the diary. And then of course, if they haven't booked in, we can then see they don't have that tag. We can then send them more messages on SMS, WhatsApp, or email saying, hey, are you still interested in learning more about how to get clients? Because you need to reschedule your call because you've missed yours. So what happens if we've jumped on a call, it was a great call, well, we then have short-term chase. Then this is super straightforward. This just allows us to know, okay, who are the hot prospects that we need to follow up with in the next 7 days, multiple times, to get them over the line, right? These are the guys that we know we can help. They're a perfect fit for us, and we've moved them to this opportunity. Now, summary of understanding sent, we used to send out a document that basically broke down, you know, the entire process, how it works, payment links, next steps, that kind of thing. We're kind of testing this right now, so I'm not going to include this in this video. And if we've been on this call and they're not ready to sign up right away, or they've been in short-term chase and they're not really giving us enough, you know, feedback to actually wanting to join anytime soon, then we move them to long-term nurture. And again, this is just when they're in our weekly email newsletter that gets sent out 3 times a week, giving them free value, keeping them warm and educated, right? So again, so many people miss this step. They just collect leads and then they send them an email every quarter. That's not enough. You need to be in their inbox to hit that 7-11 for all and build that trust, okay? So provide as much value as you can, as many times per week as you possibly can as well. I personally don't see sending an email out to someone every single day is a bad thing. Russell Brunson emails me every day. There's a ton of other people that I follow that email me every single day. I don't get pissed off. I just know that that's part of the game, and so do your clients. Now, dream scenario, someone signs, they close on that call, we move them over to closed, they get added the tag closed, they get added to all of these workflows, they get removed to any sort of set of pipelines that we have. And then of course, on the other side, if we do lose that deal and they're definitely not interested in joining us, add the tag lost. And then what actually happens is we just send them again to that email campaign where they just receive emails every single week. Now, that is our entire workflow journey of every single lead that we collect. And some of you are thinking, okay, well, this is fucking loads, but it's actually not. It's one platform, it's go high level, it's emails, it's SMS, we use WhatsApp we use WhatsApp as well. And these guys are obviously done with AI. This is just general automation. It's very, very simple. And you can steal this exact formula. It works for us very well. You don't need to have so many steps. You just start small. Start with a couple of these workflows, a couple of these emails, and I promise you now, you will start to see results. But what you want is you want these different opportunities and pipeline stages to talk to one another. So adding these tags is so, so important, and removing people from different workflows depending on the stage that they're in is also very important. If someone's booked in for a call and you're still sending them a welcome flow that says, book in for a call, you're gonna look stupid, especially if you're selling automation, CRM, systems, that kind of thing. So in a nutshell, that's what we do. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I read every single comment, so I'll come back to you and help you where I can. Other than that, have a good day. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.